Okay, good morning, everybody. It is Rashida Strober. And as you guys can see, I am the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, the founder of the first darkism and colorism movement in history. And I like to start off by giving people a sort of a history of who I am and what I do, because of all the plagiarism that has occurred since 2015 of my work and ideas, and the dilution of this colorism conversation, the darkism conversation. People are angry and mad at me because I'm telling my truth about the fact that I started this colorism conversation. They're angry. I see comments that people make about my delivery, which I'm offended by that, because the irony is my delivery, and I'm not going to stop my delivery because you don't like it. My delivery is the reason that other dark-skinned, light-skinned, brown-skinned women are even talking about colorism. You didn't have the courage, you didn't have the creativity, you didn't have the care or the wherewithal to talk about dark skin before I put it on the map. And that's a fact, and I'm never going to stop saying that. And if you don't like it, I don't care. I never cared about what people thought about me. I do my thing. But the bottom line is the delivery that I gave back in 2015 that really introduced the masses to this colorism conversation. It's the reason why you talking about dark skin. So it's disrespectful for some of you to bring your asses up on my channel and think you can check me on my delivery. Let me tell you something. You'll never be able to do that. I'm uncheckable in that department. So we're going to get that out the way off the top, off rip. That's right. Whether you like it or not, I don't care. This is how it's going to go down. World's first and only dark-skinned activist. If you want to get more information, you can go to my website, The Dark Skin Activist, or darkskinactivist.com, aka colorismactivist.com. I started this shit, okay? And that's just what it is. You can read up and find out more information at my website. You can even Google me if you want to. You can do your research. I welcome you. Do your research. I've written more books on dark skin than anyone in the world. The books include my latest book, which is called Token Dark Girl, the It Dark Girl of the Moment, which is the first book to critique dark-skinned women in popular culture. And I've done a lot of firsts, and I got a big problem with people copying me. And I'm going to say this until the cows come home, because I'm so tired of other people getting credit for what I created. I am appalled and sickened by it. And for people to have the gall to think that I'm not going to say something, I'm not one of them type of people that's just going to stand back in the cut and let you do anything you want to do to me and think I'm going to fight with you intellectually for it. It's going to be a lifelong fight. It's going to be a lifelong battle and a war about this dark skin thing, because other dark skinned women, other black women, you have no right to come in and think you could take credit for what I create. And that's just what it's going to be. That's just what I'm going to continue to espouse until it's rectified. And that's the bottom line. All right. So moving right along. Good morning, everybody. The burning question, and I have a lot of burning questions that I have on my mind. Are dark-skinned women that are married happier than dark-skinned women that are not married? And, you know, my mind is always flowing. I'm always thinking. I never stop thinking about this dark-skinned thing. Never stop thinking about this dark-skinned thing, and thinking about it from different angles. And the thought just popped up in my mind this morning. I got up and I started thinking about, and I'm not the happiest woman, and I'll be the first one to admit that. And sometimes we have to look at ourselves and we have to analyze. We have to ask ourselves questions. And I had to ask myself, was I happier when I was married versus not married? And it's a lot of levels to it, because you can be in a marriage, as some of you know, some of you have been married before. Some of you know that you can be in a marriage and not be happy at all. After the honeymoon stage passes and all the butterflies and the glitz and the glamour, after that stage passes, you can sometimes turn out to be very miserable, So I'm not saying that just because a dark-skinned woman gets married, that she's going to necessarily be happier, because I'm not so sure of that myself. And when I look at my own situation, I can't sit up here and say to you that I was always happy when I was married. Some of you know I was actually married for 10 years, got a divorce. I initiated the divorce because I will say, if you're not being treated right, you can try to work it out, because I am a person that will try to salvage a relationship to see if I can salvage it, see if I can work it out. But if not, then you need to walk. You need to move. And that's exactly what I did. But when I analyze the times that I was married versus the times that I'm not, and it's going to be some irony here. We can't escape irony. I'm actually happier not being married. And I'm just giving y'all the facts. I'm just like telling you exactly what it is. But with that being said, excuse me, I think that I would actually be happier if I was married. Isn't that something? Human beings, we're strange. We are some strange damn creatures. Like, oh my God. And I'm grappling with myself, which I do on a lot of different things around darkism. And I say, man, the whole fight and struggle regarding dark skin activism, its ultimate goal is to bring Black men back to dark skinned women in balanced numbers. That's the whole goal of it. And it's not to be a girlfriend or a baby mama. It's actually to be a wife. I'm not sitting up here saying bring these Black men back, these dark skinned women, just so we can be baby mamas. No, we need to get married. We need to get married. But I think that I was when I say I'm happier now that I'm not married, it's the partner that you married to. So I think that has a lot to do with it, because obviously if I had a partner that I was happy with, and overall, I probably would still be married. But that has a lot to do with it. I know that there were periods in my marriage that I was happy. And I will say that, because I'm an honest person, I'll never come up on here lying to y'all, very transparent. I will say that I felt what words can I use? I will say that I felt more complete as a dark-skinned Black woman, being able to say that I'm married. And I think that a lot of women won't admit to this, but I will, because I'm honest, always been. Unlike these bitches that be out here watching me and mocking me and copying me. I always felt better as a dark-skinned woman being married. I felt that the marriage itself sort of solidified my beauty as a dark-skinned woman, solidified my femininity as a dark-skinned woman. You know what I'm saying? Um, and that's one part of being married that made me happy. So when someone said, "Well, are you married?" and I could say, "Yes, I'm married," that made me feel good. Or when I'm wearing my ring and someone sees the ring and they realize, "Oh, she's married," that made me feel good. And I think that that's something with, like I said, with all women. Women feel, if you're talking to a woman in a general conversation, and they'd say, "My husband," you know, there's something that's satisfying about being able to say, "My husband." It makes you feel valued and valid. Now, some of y'all may disagree with me on this, and I think that some of us disagree with this because we're not being honest with ourselves. Women want to be married. Most women want to be married. Most women want to be wiped up. It just is what it is. It's just in our basic nature to want to be married. It's like coming full circle as a woman. So, but the question is, are we happier as dark-skinned women when we're married? And my answer to that is, sometimes we are and sometimes we're not. It just depends on the situation. But the validation that all women seek, this is not just a dark-skinned women thing, but I think that it's a special kind of validation that dark-skinned women have when they get married, that's not necessarily there for non-dark-skinned women. And I think that that's because of the way that dark-skinned women have been painted in society. So it's like when you see, and I know that that's how I felt. And yes, I am projecting. So come in the comments, all y'all want, and say, "Oh, all dark-skinned." I'm so tired of that. Let me have my philosophy and my opinion. This is the philosophy and opinions of Rashida Strober, the dark-skinned activist. Just like other people out there, they got their opinions. They can say what they want. They can, commentate the way they want. This is how I'm commentating. This is how I know going in that everybody is not going to agree with me. And do I care? No. Just, don't come in my comments telling me that all dark-skinned women don't feel this way. Duh, I don't need to be told that. I don't even care. I am on here to give my opinion on my channel regarding all topics related to dark-skin activism. So miss me with those comments, because I'm already aware that not all dark-skinned women are going to feel the same way as me. So let me continue with my commentary. There's a certain validation that dark-skinned women feel that light-skinned women or white women or mixed-race women or non-dark-skinned women, should I say, do not feel, because it is easier for non-dark-skinned women to get married, in my estimation, than it is for dark-skinned women to get married. It just is. It's because of the darkism in society. We all know the reason for that. Darkism, Black men picking non-dark-skinned women first. So when I got married, I was happy. I remember being happy and giddy based on that fact. I felt validated as a woman. Okay. Getting a proposal, getting married, that to me is the ultimate form of validation for a woman. And it is the ultimate form of validation for a dark-skinned woman, especially a dark-skinned woman, because people don't expect a lot of us to be married, or people expect for it to be more difficult for us to be married. So I think that validation, I know it made me happy in periods of my life when I was able to say "my husband" in a general conversation, in talking to somebody, you know what I'm saying? When I was able to, like I said, sport my ring. And when it was good, it was good. And I was happy. And I was happy, in my home life. The security of marriage. The security that marriage brings cannot be underestimated in terms of a dark-skinned woman's happiness, because I believe that all women want to feel secure. And when the marriage is good and you feel a certain level of economic security, emotional security, different forms of security, you're just going to be happier in general. And so, yeah, I personally think that, and right now I'm just telling y'all what's on my heart. Listen, this is like, I my lives are not planned; they're impromptu. A thought pops in my head, and I say, "Oh, if I got some time, I'll come on here." And I decide to talk to y'all, and I decide to share with y'all what's on my heart. This ain't scripted. I'm giving you the dark skinned activist in the raw, the real. That's just what it is. So, when we talk about this concept of marriage, I feel that, yeah, dark skinned women are happier because it's it's more so than anything else. Um, I think the biggest elephant in the room is the validation. Yes, I can get married. Just like any other skin tone of woman, I am desirable. I am worthy of having a man see me in such a fantastic light that he wants to take it to the next level. This is not just something that is reserved for light skinned women or white women or non-dark skinned women. I, as a dark skinned woman, I too can get married too. And that's how I felt. That's how I felt. Like I said, I'm honest. I'm straightforward. I'm honest enough to tell you that is how I felt for a long time as a married woman, and it made me hold my head up high, and I was very proud um, of that. And it's not about necessarily about showing off to other people. It was about me as a woman proving to myself that this could be done. And it wasn't anything, of course, that was forced. It was something that we both wanted to do, a mutual thing, right? And, you know, but when of course, as in with all marriages, sometimes things go awry. And when things go awry, uh, you're usually not happy. Of course, if you're trying to work things out and you're trying to get back to that place of happiness, that's what we all should be doing. But when my marriage went awry, of course, I was not happy. I went from being very happy to very unhappy and feeling not validated anymore. There were periods where I felt not validated anymore, but was able to. I'm the type of person that can go through something emotionally and can look at the logic of the situation and say, okay, this is where I'm at, pick myself up, dust myself off, and keep going. And thank God I had the ability to do that. And when the marriage went awry and it wasn't working out and I wasn't happy and I did try to work things out, I said, you know what? I ain't happy. So I'm going to try to make this thing work. I'm going to try to fix it. But if I can't fix it and I can't make it work, I'm not going to sit here and continue to be unhappy. I'm going to be out. And I was very miserable when I officially separated. Yeah, you can be in the same household with someone and be separated. Did y'all know that? You could be in the same household with somebody and you can be separated from that person, right? So when I'm speaking on when we actually had a physical separation where I actually moved out and got my own place, it hit me that, oh my God, I'm actually, after 10 years, I'm actually for real, um, separated, and I'm no longer in this, and it's over and it's done. But once that initial shock hit me, because you live with somebody, you get used to that person. But once I moved out physically and was on my own and the shock wore off, I was more happier being single than I was married. I hate saying that though. I hate saying it, but I actually was. Like, I was like very happy with just myself, with Rashida. I was enjoying myself. And so it's the question is yes and no, y'all. It's like, are dark skinned women more happier when they're married? Yes, they are. And no, they aren't. Because I can truly say I was happy at some points in the marriage, and then when I got out of the marriage, I think I was more happier, even during the times that I was happy in the marriage, and that speaks volumes to say something like that. But with that being said, I do believe that overall, that a dark skinned woman will be happier in a marriage if she's in a marriage with a person that she's actually compatible with. somebody mentioned chemistry on here. Let me go back. Let me go to the chat box. I saw Caramel King 20,000. Shout out to you. Sorry, 200,000. You said chemistry, and that's all you said, and that's really the key word. That's really the key word is chemistry. If you don't have chemistry with the person, and I was just honest with y'all, and I said I felt validated because I'm this dark skinned woman, and yep, I could be married too, and I felt that type of validation. But at the end of the day, it's also about the connection and the chemistry that you have with the person. And so I do believe that if a dark skinned woman is in a marriage with a person that she has chemistry with, connection with, a foundation with, respect, love, all those wonderful good things, then she's going to be at her happiest. And that is the challenge. That is the challenge. And the lesson here, if you take anything from what I'm saying, don't marry a person. And I think that was my fatal mistake. And I'm critiquing myself on that, chastising myself on that, hoping that you'll learn something from what I'm saying. Don't marry just for validation. Don't do it. Because if you're marrying just for validation, then you're running the risk of not being happy in the long term. And to me, marriage is supposed to be about longevity. You're supposed to be in it for the long haul. So if you're marrying just to say, I'm dark skinned and I'm marriage material and let me prove it to you, then that's not a good thing. It has to be organic and real and pure. And I know that there's the issue, there's a problem here, because the problem is that's a hard thing. It's a harder sort of hurdle to cross, to get over for dark skinned women than other women because of the darkism, and it's like dark skinned women, a lot of us, just like light skinned white women, any other skin tone of women, have good characteristics. But when a person is choosing someone, and we all choose people initially based on a look that we may like, you're not going to be able to see below the surface of that. You're not going to have the chance to get to that level of, is this person a good person, their qualities and characteristics as a human being, if you can't get past skin tone, if you're discriminating against a person for what color they are. You see what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard in that sense to get past that portion of it due to darkism. That's why I'm a dark skinned activist, because I'm saying, can we date and then initially get to the stage of marrying a dark skinned woman in more balance? Because I think on the flip side, and I've heard some black men say this to me, no shade to light skinned women, but this is what I've heard come from the brothers. They didn't marry the woman because, I just think she's such a great, excellent person. And this is not to say that the person is not a great, excellent person. It's the surface thing where darkism comes in, where you're initially attracted to the person because they're light skinned or because they're white, not because the person feeds the homeless or the person takes care of our children well. That's not the reason a lot of y'all are getting into these marriages. A lot of y'all have gotten into the marriages simply based on the surface first, the topical first, the light skin and the good hair. You were intrigued with that, and then when you got past all of that, you found out that, oh my gosh, came from black men. This is what I've heard from them. This is not a good person. This person is a gold digger, or this person don't want to clean up their house, or this person. And again, I am not sitting up here saying that all light skinned women, they not good people and they don't clean their house and they don't take care of their kids. That is not what I'm saying. I'm simply sharing with you what I have heard from some black men who decided to choose skin color over character first. And then when they got past all the skin color and all the what they viewed as pretty, they found out that we weren't compatible. Let me go back to Tondi again. Let me go back to Tondi. And again, because I hate when people put words in my mouth and lie on me. I'm not saying I don't know Tondi from Adam. I'm not saying that Tondi is not a good person. I'm not saying that Tondi don't keep her house clean. I'm just using her for an example where I believe that on the show Ready to Love, the dating show Ready to Love on Oprah Winfrey's network. The show is produced by Will Packer. I believe that Mario chose Tondi for the light skin and the good hair, the surface. And then when he started to actually date her, he realized that they were not compatible. And they talked about some of the incompatibilities on the show. All right. So it's important not to weed women out based on skin tone, because you may be missing out on a person that's your soul mate. Okay. You may be missing out on a person that has the qualities and characteristics that you want in a good wife if you are excluding that person because her skin is dark and her hair is nappy. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying here. Let me look at some of the comments. Truck It TV, Miss Mac, you said my brother dealing with that now. His wife is light Puerto Rican and she is racist AF. That's another interesting point that you raise. I'm trying to get in my comments more because I don't want people to be like, you don't never address what's being said in the comments. That's an interesting point that you raise, because that's another thing too that occurs with Black men who decide that they don't want to marry or date and give dark-skinned women a chance. They run into racism, and it could be the flip. It could be a Black woman marrying a white man. I was watching an episode of Divorce Court, and I remember that this Black woman, she married this white man, and the white man was racist. And she was up in divorce court. I don't know if some of y'all seen that episode, but I never forgot it. This woman was up in divorce court complaining about him being racist. Well, I'm pretty sure before you married this man, you had to have seen some of those characteristics. But because sometimes we are looking at the topical, we are discriminating against dark skin, we overlook certain things that are red flags in relationships, and then we turn around and we whine and we complain about it. So there you have it. Let's see, Brandon, let's see what you got to say today. Good morning, everybody. Shout out everybody that's watching. I'm just sharing with y'all. This is so random. This thought just popped in my head. Are dark-skinned women who are married happier? Like, oh my God. I said, let me come on here and talk about it because I got some time on my hand. Let me come on here and talk to y'all. Brandon says, my problem with dark-skinned women is they don't know how to respect a man and treat a man right. What? Come on, Brandon. I think that you're being darkest, Brandon, because that can be applied. That statement that you just made can be applied to all skin tones of women. I don't think that that's something that's just. I've seen marriages where, white marriages with white women, where they were disrespectful to their husbands. They were mean. They were condescending. They were nasty. So I think that that's a blanket statement that's not true. I think that that's something that can apply to all skin tones of women. You're saying that dark-skinned women don't respect a man and treat a man right. And I'm saying to you, I'm a dark-skinned woman, and that's not true. I respect, in fact, that's what has endeared and drawn Black men to me. The ones that I'm currently in a relationship right now, because I know how to respect and treat a man correctly and properly, because my father taught me how to respect a man, showed me that example in his marriage. So that's not true across the board. That may be true with some of the dark-skinned women. I'm not going to discount your experience, but that's not true across the board. Maybe you just haven't ran into the right dark-skinned woman, okay? Because I know for a fact that there are a lot of disrespectful light-skinned Black women out there that will go off on you there, and they feel entitled, they're selfish, okay? So we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. Brandon, you said white women and light-skinned women are weaker and follow the rules more. That is a fact. Dark-skinned women want to put their foot down. Oh my God, we are engaged in generalizing here. Now, you're also generalizing with white women and light-skinned women by calling them weaker, and that's not true. That's absolutely not true. Going back to the example of Tandy and Mario on the show Ready to Love, OWN. Uh, I believe the reason that one of the reasons that Mario decided that he didn't want to continue the relationship is because of Tandy's very strong extroverted personality. She's not weak. That's not true. That's not true. Good morning, Miss C. Shout out to everybody that's listening and watching it. Wow. Good morning, HM. Let's see. Truck It TV, Miss Mackie said I was subbing for a 5th grade class, and the only little black girl in the class said, Miss Eunice, you married? Oh, wow. Okay. And you know what? It's funny that you've mentioned that because I've had the same experience, and a part of my validation, because as a dark-skinned woman in all circles, it doesn't matter whatever circle that I'm in. If someone says to me, "Are you married?" I was actually happy to say that I was married. I felt like it would just validate me more to whoever I was speaking to, and I know it shouldn't be that way. Y'all gonna say, well, you shouldn't feel that way. You should self-validate. But the reality is that's how I felt. We always talk about how somebody should feel or how things should be, and I talk about how things should be as well. But you also have to deal with what is. And it just feels good to be able to say, even to this day, I'm not married right now, but that's my ultimate goal. I do want to be married. I absolutely want to be married again. Like I said, I love the institution of marriage. I love the stability of marriage. I love coming home to my husband and my family. I absolutely adore that. And again, the answer to the question is I do believe that dark-skinned women are happier when they're married because we feel more validated. One of the main reasons is because that's not the only reason, but one of the main reasons is because we feel more validated. Yes. See. Caramel King 200,000. You said decrease white images on your television in your house. It's what black people would do in their own country. I think that that's an important point to make, that we need to see more images of dark-skinned women who are happy in marriages or who are in happy relationships. And I want to say the images of dark-skinned women who are in just relationships that with black men is important, and it is. But what's more important to me, because don't want to do is I don't want to get borderline to where it's acceptable to say, okay, if you're not going to marry me, we just be boyfriend and girlfriend. My whole thing is marriage. I believe that dark-skinned women, we should be pushing for more dark-skinned women to get married. Okay, that is what I believe. And I think that if we did that, you would have happier dark-skinned women. Because and then the marriages, another important thing is they have to be healthy. Dee Durrell, shout out to you. I was on a panel last night with Dee Durrell, who's in the mental health. I think that's what some of our black mental health specialists come in at. And I think this is where one of the areas where we can definitely use your help is the counseling. Because we know that dark-skinned women, some of us, not all of us, I'm not sitting here saying all dark-skinned women, but some of us come with some baggage because of the darkism that we have experienced. And we might bring that to the relationship, and I'll be the first to admit that I brought some of my darkism baggage to my relationships. Hell, I brought it to my current relationship right now. Shout out to my light-skinned boyfriend. I love you so much. I do. And that's the counseling. We do need counseling. We do. Absolutely. So people like Dee Durrell, y'all need to go check out his channel. you can offer counseling to, people that want it, who may want to seek out counseling, or a dark-skinned woman getting married who may have brought baggage from a previous relationship because of darkism, or baggage from how she grew up as a child, not feeling beautiful, not feeling validated, and she just can't believe, oh my God, this man loves me, he really wants. Some women are like that, and I've been in that position. Maybe that's one of the reasons why I wasn't happy, because it took me some time in some of my relationships to believe that this man actually found me to be beautiful and attractive. I still struggle with that. I sure do. And my light-skinned boyfriend, he tells me all the time, oh, you're gorgeous, you're beautiful. And I'd be like, huh? What? Who? Me? He thinks I'm crazy. So if you think for 1 minute there are not dark-skinned women out there that are like me, y'all are crazy. I mean, these women been stealing every damn thing else from me. Y'all steal my work. Y'all come to my channel. Y'all plagiarize at damn near everything I do. So why don't y'all own y'all shit that y'all been feeling inferior in marriages because you dark skinned? Own that too. You gonna steal that? You gonna steal topics and converse and my intellectual property and plagiarize my work, and you want to be baby Rashidas? Why don't you own that too? Stop fronting. You can't just sit here and say, you know what, I'm gonna steal some of her work, but I ain't gonna steal this part. But that's what y'all do. Y'all cherry pick. Don't think for 1 minute that there are not dark-skinned women in marriages who are struggling with their own beauty issues, and that's causing problems in the marriage, just like Rashida Strober. I took the hits. I seem like I take the hits for every damn thing. I have to share my whole life with the world, take the hits for every damn thing. And then these dark-skinned women that come up on my channel and tell me they don't like my delivery, but they be going through the same shit and a turn around and damn copy me. The fucking irony. Explain that. Yep, I always gotta throw in the plagiarism and the copying, because I will get negative comments. I know people will say, what are you talking about? Every dark-skinned woman don't feel that way. They don't feel like they ugly and that ain't causing problems in their marriage. Lies. But then you'll turn around and copy me, and you'll disparage me for my delivery. Y'all, some of y'all dark-skinned women are such frauds and fakes. I mean, it's just appalling to me how I get criticized for the same things that y'all turn around and copy, and y'all will come out the woodwork with it. Years later, you'll see a video with some celebrity talk about, I felt ugly because I was dark-skinned in my marriage and it destroyed my marriage. Mark my words, they'll come out and do this. Y'all think I'm lying? I done seen it. I done seen people take my talking points and stuff from my life and sit down in interviews pretending like, oh, this is something that I've been feeling. No, you felt it, and you realize it when you saw Rashida Strober and you decided to use it as a marketing ploy. It's just so messed up. So messed up. Good morning, everybody that's tuning in. Good morning, Ramon Bonton, Passe Nor. Let's see what you got. You said, let me get to your comment here. I hope I say your name correctly. I really do. Passe Nor Joe. You said dark-skinned women are beautiful women, period. The day they stop attaching their value and self-esteem to how they feel or don't feel about y'all will be the day dark-skinned women will see their worth. And I agree with you on that. And that's why I said you can't get into a marriage like I did. I'm putting my whole life out here to be beat up and critiqued, but I don't care. And then to be turned around and copied after you beat it up and mock it and critique it. Then you copy me. But I said early on, I said, you shouldn't marry for validation. That was the mistake that I made. I shouldn't have been up here marrying to say, oh, I'm a dark-skinned woman. Oh, look here, somebody want to marry me. Oh, somebody want me. I shouldn't have did that. That's my issue. I wish I would have known D. Durrell. You could have gave me some counseling. You also said, as an unmarried black man, Passe Nor Joe, you said, as an unmarried black man, I'm not, nor will I attach any validation to my being a husband. Interesting. Interesting that you would say that, because, that's loaded. Sometimes a black man that's marrying a dark-skinned woman, he might not even be aware of her self-esteem and beauty issues. And that's a part of the problem, because he can't seem to understand that maybe some of the behavior, and it's not his fault. I'm not blaming the black man for that, because I feel that it shouldn't be necessarily your burden. Although I feel that if you love someone and you care about someone, you should try to help them, but it shouldn't be, the burden shouldn't be placed on you, and it's not your fault. It shouldn't be, you shouldn't be looked at as, I'm going to blame you and I'm going to dump all my problems off on you because of how I was treated growing up. So I can understand that. I definitely understand where you're coming from with that. But on the same token, I do feel that, like I said, Black men have got to, y'all got to understand this. This is just how it is. I mean, because of slavery, you know, that we've gone through as Black people, this is how it is. This is the aftermath of slavery. Darkism is the aftermath of slavery, where you're going to have dark-skinned women out there who have self-esteem issues. You just are. We're not going to be able to get around that. I wish we could, but if we could, there would be no world's first and only dark-skinned activist. I mean, let's just keep it 100. So with that being said, I think that Black men are, you know, you're going to have to be willing to work with that dark-skinned woman where she is. Or if you just feel like that's a deal breaker for you, don't even get involved. That's another thing I want to say. And I can understand that. If you feel like, if you see the red flags where this woman got self-esteem issues and it's going to be a problem, just, and you know you can't handle it, you know you don't want to deal with it, do yourself a favor, do her a favor. There's millions of other people on earth. Don't get involved. Move on to someone that you feel has, a dark-skinned woman that you feel does not have these issues, that has good self-esteem. You can do that. But I would just say be open to encouraging, to helping her to heal. It's not necessarily your obligation, but I think that, again, if you care about someone and you love someone and they have issues, just like, let's say people come into relationships with all different types of baggage. Okay. It's not just somebody being a victim of darkism and having issues with that. It could be a number of different things. And, you know, we have to decide what it is that we are willing to deal with and what we're not willing to deal with. And I feel that if a person comes into a marriage and they got, I don't know, financial baggage, or they got baggage from being just like abused as a child, or their previous relationship, they was abused, or they got alcohol or drug problems. Some of us are willing to deal with that. We are. So why can't we deal with the self-esteem issues that was caused by something that we didn't even have any control over? We didn't have no control over slavery. Now you got control over whether you go out there and decide to drink. Now let's be real. You have control over you coming into a marriage and you are drunk. You have control over that. You can go and do a number of things. You can go to get some treatment for your drinking problem. You know, you can, if you're coming into a marriage, you got weight problems, you can go and get some help and lose weight. But when we talk about things like skin tone discrimination, aka darkism, a person cannot help the fact that they was born into a society that devalues dark skin. That's not that person's fault. And a person cannot help the fact that they were born dark skinned. And a dark skinned person cannot help the fact that slavery already occurred and that slavery was the catalyst that created the darkism. So that's a whole different ball game that I think that if we are willing to understand that we need healing, that we as Black people, we need to say, you know what, I'm going to help you deal with this. Y'all feeling where I'm coming from? Am I making sense? Am I making any kind of sense here? Let me read some of y'all comments here some more. Well, Passage Joe Nort, devalue the society back. I hope I'm making sense to you, because I was actually responding to your comment that you made about the validation. And I just would like to submit to you, you're an unmarried Black man. You're the Black man that I'm actually talking to. I spent all this time talking. I want you to marry a dark-skinned Black woman. I'm not going to make no bones about that. I do. And if you know, I understand that, you know, you don't want to, I understand that. I get it. Can you find at least a woman, a dark-skinned woman that has high self-esteem? Because I know that there are dark-skinned women. People want to accuse me and attack me and say, oh, you're putting dark-skinned women into all into the same box. I'm not. I know that there are dark-skinned women out there that have high self-esteem. Every dark-skinned woman has not been the victim of darkism. I'm not saying that. So what you can do as an unmarried dark-skinned, or I don't know if you're dark-skinned or not, but what you could do as an unmarried Black man is go find a dark-skinned woman with high self-esteem and make her happy. Y'all make each other happy. Okay? That makes me happy to see Black people married and in relationships and happy. I love to see that. Like that's my whole goal, y'all. Like that's what it is with me. Let's see. Read through some of y'all comments. Thank you, Passe Nor. I feel good because I feel like I'm getting through to you. And ladies, I be talking to the Black men. I be trying to get these Black men to bring them back to us. And I don't understand why y'all be so mad. Y'all should be thanking the dark-skinned activists. Y'all should be, because I feel that Black men and women are the prize. I feel we're both the prize. That's how I feel about it, because we're building and repairing and restoring the damage that has been done. That's what it's all about, y'all. Thank you, Miss C. You said you're making plenty of sense. Thank you for feeling me. Thank you. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking through y'all comments here, trying to read through some of y'all comments here. Miss C, you said, oh God, Ramon Bonton, you about to make me get mad. I'm trying not to get upset again about these plagiarizers, but you did. Let me read your comment real quick, and I'm gonna read Miss C. You said, that's funny. I was just telling my friend how Steve Harvey had that little girl regurgitate your concepts. Boom. I'm going to leave it right there and keep it moving. I'm going to keep it rolling. See, people know I ain't lying. I'm going to be justified and vindicated in the end about people that have plagiarized my work. Okay. I'm going to be justified and vindicated in the end. The truth is always going to be vindicated. Whether people hate on me, whether people sit up here and try to tell me about my delivery and lie, and knowing that my delivery is why we even talking about dark-skinned, ungrateful, selfish, dark-skinned women that want to come for me. You know, I'm going to be vindicated in the end. Miss C said, Black men love to call us haters, while in the comment section of Drake's 2-hour interview that's trending right now. All there are is Black men debating on Drake's hair texture being a texturizer. Okay. Boy, y'all y'all got some comments coming here. Yeah, but at the end of the day, I just want dark-skinned women to be happy. In spite of everything that's going down over the last, 4 years, I'm not going to get off my mission because I see the bigger picture. And I think that dark-skinned women deserve to be happy, deserve the same level of happiness that non-dark-skinned women have been enjoying for years. Okay, we deserve that genuine happiness. And also, I am very concerned. I have a dark-skinned daughter. Coming up. And even before I had my dark-skinned daughter, I was always concerned about unborn. I even made a YouTube video on my channel years ago before anybody talked about dark skin. I have to keep saying it because people have stolen from me left and right, stealing constantly, and I'm so sick of it, and I'm so enraged by it, and I'm so angered by it. I am, and I'm not going to get over that until it's rectified. I made a video like years before anybody started talking about dark skin, about the unborn dark skinned girls and my concern for them in terms of them growing up into young ladies and getting a suitable Black husband. That's always been at my core. And it's one of the reasons why I do what I do, because I understand I'm going to die. I'm not going to be living forever. And I'm going to get old, and there's going to be generations that's going to come behind me, dark-skinned females that's going to come behind me. What are they going to do? Even though I'm talking about them plagiarizing me, some of them now, I'm still concerned about their well-being once they grow up and they're in the world and they got to deal with, being on the marriage market. Are they going to have suitable Black husbands that's going to be there for them and love them? I am very concerned about that. I am very concerned about their happiness, and we all should be. We all should be, because this darkism thing has been going on for so long. And if I couldn't be always happy, I couldn't always be happy. I'm not always happy. I've led a very miserable life in a lot of respects. I have. And I do believe that, and I know it's not that I believe, it's that I know. You can say it's a victim mentality all you want to. I'm dealing with the reality of my situation. Me faking and pretending is not going to solve the problem. A lot of my problems have come from being dark skinned. I do believe that if I would have been a light skinned woman or a white woman, I probably could have had a happier marriage, because I believe that men would treat, especially black men, y'all going to treat them better. Y'all going to work harder. Y'all going to provide, have more money. And I want the same things. It's not that I want to be light skinned. It's not that I want to be white. I feel that I'm entitled to the same level of happiness that black men are willing to offer non-dark skinned women. And I feel that dark skinned women in general, especially, again, y'all got to consider the generation that's coming behind us. And that's always been at the back of my mind before I even came on social media. Y'all got to understand, I've been a dark skinned activist. I've been doing this before anybody. I don't keep saying this because I know there's a lot of insincere people that your heart ain't in the right place. You're not real. It's not organic. You ain't been talking about no dark skin until you heard Rashida Strober do it. And then you saw me make it pop. You saw me make it into a topic of discussion that was a force to be reckoned with. And you started creating false narratives using other dark skinned women. But I'm telling you that as the world's first and only dark skinned activist, with the heart of what I do is me being worried about the future generations of dark skinned girls coming up. And now I got a dark skinned daughter. The stakes are high. I want her to marry a good black man. Okay. This is very important to me. And it should be important to all of us. A lot of us got dark skinned daughters. What is these dark skinned girls going to do? Have y'all ever sat down and think about that? What are I'll never forget when I was subbing in a class about 6-7 years ago. A little light skinned boy told me, or not, he didn't tell me, but I was sitting there in the class and I heard him tell, it was dark skinned girl there and a light skinned girl there, that he was going to marry the light skinned one and the other one wasn't going to get married. You mean to tell me the dark skinned one wasn't going to get married? You mean to tell me this isn't ingrained into society and that our dark skinned girls are not going to have some issues to look for? So this is what I'm fighting for. This is a part of my fight. We as dark skinned women, again, I'm answering my own question. Y'all can answer the question as well. Are dark skinned women happier when they're married? The answer to that question is yes and no. I said yes and no, but I believe that overall marriage would make things better for dark skinned women overall. Economically, economic stability it can provide, emotional stability it can provide. It's so many benefits to being married. The children that you have will not grow up in a single parent home. That will make a dark skinned woman happy. That'll make any woman or man happy to not have their children. People always harping on this single motherhood stuff. I'm against single motherhood my damn self. I don't condone single motherhood. I'm not going to praise single motherhood, but we have to tell the truth. It takes a man and a woman to make single motherhood. Come on, let's be honest about this. While y'all out here bashing single moms, what are they supposed to do if the man that they want to be in a relationship with, and let's say this woman is doing what she's supposed to do, because not every woman does what she do. I'm not going to paint all dark-skinned women as being innocent, but there's some dark-skinned women out there like myself. Let me talk about myself. I'm putting myself on the line here. In my own marriage, I fought for a long time to stay in the marriage because I did not want my daughter to grow up without her mom and dad. I wanted her to be in the same household with her mom and dad. That was priceless to me. So I put up with a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have put up with, which contributed to me being not happy, being an unhappy, dark-skinned woman in the relationship. I was fighting because I didn't want to be this stereotypical dark-skinned single mother. I was fighting against that. I came from that. My mother was a single mother for a long time. And by the grace of God, she had a man, a black man, that married her. They still married to this day. She had all these kids. It wasn't by him. I'm glad my mama ain't here. She left. She was here earlier because I don't want her to hear me and her talk about her. But I'm just saying, I'm sharing, I'm giving y'all me. I'm telling you what my story is. Respect it. You understand? I didn't want that for myself. So y'all out here thinking that somebody happy in single motherhood? Hell no. Dark-skinned single mothers are not happy. If they're telling you that, now they lying. They're lying. Ain't no way in hell you could be happy raising a bunch of children that you might be having issues financially supporting. And then you got to deal with all the other aspects that come along with raising a child, particularly the emotional and mental aspect. It's a lot if you want to do it right. You can't tell me that they're happy. You need two people. You need two people. And this is why I believe that a dark-skinned woman would be happier in a married, committed relationship. That's very important. And commitment. Now, if you want to be polygamous, go ahead. I ain't gonna hate on polygamy, but I think everybody needs to agree. Everybody needs to agree to that arrangement. But with all that cheating and carrying on, if you agree that it's just gonna be me and you, that's another aspect of it to make a dark-skinned woman happy. You shouldn't be no cheating involved. The man and the woman should be together, and if they've agreed it's just gonna be me and you, that's what it should be. Make each other happy. You understand what I'm saying? So it's so many aspects to this. Wow. I'm just thankful and grateful to y'all that y'all are listening to let me get this off my chest, because it just popped up in my head this morning, and I just said I gotta talk. It's very impromptu. Sorry if you're looking for a formatted whatever. You ain't gonna get that from me. I rarely do formatted talks. They're very off the cuff. It's just what's on my heart and soul and what's on my mind. And this is what I'm giving y'all. And I'm not gonna apologize for my delivery to everybody that's coming up on here hollering about my delivery. You. I don't apologize for that. You better bow down and say thank you for giving you the courage and the permission to talk about being dark skinned. All right, real quick. I would like for you guys to support the work of the world's first and only dark skinned activist by going to my GoFundMe. I want to say thank you to everybody that's made a donation. I really need to raise these funds to produce this show in 2020. My goal is to raise $1 million. And I know that that's a lofty goal, but that's my goal. But I need to raise money to be able to produce my show. And I'm going to go ahead and put the GoFundMe links in there. You can go to my GoFundMe and you can make a donation this morning. You can also go to my PayPal and make a donation. My PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. I'm dropping all the links in the chat box. Once again, my PayPal is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. You can also go to my Cash App. If you have Cash App, please go to my Cash App and make a donation there. If you give anything over $40, because that's the cost of my books if you buy it directly from me, I will send you an autographed copy of my book. You can, once again, you can Cash App me your donation at Rashidalala. You can donate to my PayPal, which is icecreamladydream@yahoo.com, or you can go to my GoFundMe, and I just dropped the link in the description. Now, let's talk a little bit about what the goal is, what I'm trying to accomplish here. People are so jealous of me. They come on my GoFundMe to hate. I mean, I just don't understand the crab in the bucket mentality. Straight crab in the bucket. You see somebody trying to do something positive, and I actually have a proven track record of producing show after show. It's just common sense. People know that if you're producing a show, it costs money. So I have to pay for the venue. I'm looking to lock in a venue. I have to pay for the travel costs to whatever city that I do it in. Usually, I here lately I've been going to Atlanta, but who knows? I might go to Detroit. I might be back in New York. I might be back in the Chocolate City. Well, is it still the Chocolate City? Y'all, DC. Shout out to DC. I might end up in Phoenix. I have been asked to come to Phoenix, but this stuff costs money. So I'm raising money to produce my show. The travel costs, the venue costs, the marketing costs. It's also going to be pay-per-view live stream. I have to pay for that technology to bring it to people, to bring the show to people that are not able to attend live. I'm planning on doing a pay-per-view live stream where you can watch the show anywhere in the world. Folks, this costs money. Y'all know this. Even the haters know this. The jealous, envy-hearted haters that don't want to see me produce this show, but I'm going to get it done in 2020. So I'm asking those that are supportive of what I am doing to go to either my GoFundMe and make a donation this morning. You can go to my Cash App. I just dropped the link there, which is Rashida Lala. You can also go to my PayPal at icecreamladydream@yahoo.com. And if you are following me on Facebook, there's a fundraiser on Facebook as well. So go to one of these platforms that I've just listed and make a donation. Make a donation. Now, I see some of y'all arguing back and forth. Like, Brandon, you done made people mad. I got to go through some of the comments here. Because Brandon, you done struck a nerve here. You done struck a nerve here. Maca J Lazada, you said, OMG, what are you doing up? LOL. Sometimes I have people be like, where you be at, Rashida? Where you at? Well, sometimes I'll be working and I don't have time to make a lot of content like I want to. And that's why y'all don't see me. But then there's periods of time where I do have time. So you'll see me make videos back to back to back to back. And like I said, sometimes stuff is on my heart. The thought just popped into my head. Are dark-skinned women, are we happier when we married? You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thinking about my relationship that I'm currently in. And I want to be married. I want to be a married dark-skinned woman. Yes, I do. I want to be locked down. I want my husband. Yes, I do. I love the institution of marriage. And I love the idea. My significant other, he said, you're just in love with the institution of marriage. And I am. I admit that. I'm in love with the institution of marriage because look at what it brings. Come on, y'all. It brings a level of unmatched stability. And if you look at before the civil rights movement, Black women and men there were more marriages. All this baby mama stuff, child, please. Don't nobody want to be no baby mama. What little girl aspires to be a baby mama? Are you serious? Who wants to be a baby mama? I'm not interested in being no baby mama, honey. I'm interested in being the wife. Okay, the wife. And all dark-skinned women should aspire to be the wife, not the side chick, not the sometimes chick, not the baby mama, not the long-time girlfriend. No, the wife, the main course, the main dish. That's what it's supposed to be. And then you will see that your life will have a certain level of stability. Because I will tell you, when I was married, my economic life definitely was very stable. I could never say anything bad about my ex on that. Very stable man, dark-skinned, pitch black, jet black. I was married to a pitch black, jet black, tar black, and I'm saying this in a good way, so don't try to take my words out of context. If I want to use these words to describe dark skin because I like dark skin, I love dark skin, I will. I was very stable, okay? It was just other aspects. I was stable in terms of the economics. The man was very responsible, and that's the type of man that we should aspire to marry. But there were other aspects that weren't there, which made me unhappy, and I did try to work through it. All right. But I love the institution, and I want that back. It just has to be with the right person. It's all about, somebody said, chemistry and compatibility, and you are absolutely correct. So my message to the dark-skinned men out there is y'all need to be wiping these women up. Y'all need to be proposing. Y'all need to be getting down on one knee. Yes, y'all need to be wiping. Y'all need to be getting engaged. And don't let, that's the thing. If you ain't gonna, propose like marriage, like you ain't married right now, and get engaged. Get engaged. And I ain't saying sit up here and be engaged for no 5-10 years. Don't do that because I wouldn't wait around that long. I'm not going to tell you to do that. No, but a lot of y'all are in relationships already with dark-skinned women. You need to be thinking about longevity. You need to be thinking about the long term, okay? It's a better life, an easier life, a happier life on this earth when you are in a happy, healthy, committed relationship. Y'all know this. Some of us be trying to run from it and act like we don't need nobody. Child, please. Everybody needs somebody. Everybody on earth needs somebody. Okay. And I'll be the first to tell y'all that I am one of those people that likes my alone time. I love my alone time. Oh, child, I love my own company. Y'all call me narcissistic. I love Rashida. I love being with myself. I enjoy my own company. I have no problem being alone. None. In fact, I be so blissful and happy. But even with all that being said, I absolutely understand that I can have my alone time within a marriage. And it's okay to do that. It's okay to let my man have his time and have his man cave, and he have his time and we have our time. That's okay. That's actually healthy. Okay. So what y'all need to do, y'all black men out here, y'all in relationships with these dark-skinned women, y'all need to start proposing. Y'all need to start wifing up. Okay. That's what y'all make sure she's the right one. I'm not telling you to just jump in a relationship with a woman that you know you're on the fence about. That's not what I'm saying. I don't get it misconstrued. I'm saying if you been with that woman for a while and you know that y'all are in love and you know that that's the person for you and you feel it in your heart and soul, what are you waiting on? Stop dragging it out. Make that dark-skinned woman happy in a marriage. Make that and I know I'm saying, I know the question is, are dark-skinned women happier in marriage? But let me tell you, make no mistake about it. It is the duty of the woman to make sure her man is taken care of. You're supposed to make sure he's happy. Don't get it twisted, because I am big on that. Again, I saw the example from my dad, who was in the Nation of Islam 30 plus years. His wife was a very good wife to him. He was a very good husband to her. They made each other happy. My dad passed, and she was, she loved him. He loved her. So you're supposed to make each other happy. Okay. That should be your number one goal in the marriage. And trust, when I get married, and that's just the type of woman I am, I will make for damn sure I go out of my way to make my man. I do that right now as we speak, to make my man happy. That is very important. And it's vice versa. It has to be reciprocal. Okay. And if you need to get counseling, do it. Get counseling, whatever you need to do to solidify that thing. And I think you'll be happier in the long run. I've seen happy black couples that's another thing I want to say. There was a couple, I'll never forget. They both passed away. They were another example. Dark-skinned woman, dark-skinned man. We used to call her mother at our church. When I was a little girl, I used to go to church, the pastor of the church, and man, they were so happy. I mean, I remember that she would, my mama had all these kids, and some of the people in the church would kind of help her out sometime and take us to their house at the church. And she was one of the people, she was the mother of the church, and the pastor, they would take us to their house. They lived in this wonderful, beautiful house. And I would go there, and she would have me in the kitchen with her, helping her bake. That's one of the reasons why I don't mind cooking and baking for my men and my family. I'll do it. I'll lay it down in the kitchen for you, because I saw her do that. And I saw how happy it made her husband and the family, and how clean the house was. Yes, I keep a nice, clean house. That's very important. You keep the house nice and clean and orderly. I saw this with some of the black couples, long-term black couples, and I never forgot that. It left an indelible impression on me that I never forgot. And I said, this is how it's supposed to be. All that other shit y'all trying to talk, no, baby. The black man and the black woman for life. The black man and the dark-skinned woman for life. That's how it's supposed to be. I don't care who mad. This is what it's supposed to be. It was implanted in me from my childhood. It's what I saw, and it's what I aspire to. And we all should be aspire. It's what I teach my dark-skinned daughter to aspire to. And I'm not going to stop teaching her to aspire to that, because she's going to grow up to be a great, wonderful young lady. My son is awesome. Raheem is going to make somebody an excellent husband. Raheem, he got that swag. He got that go-getter attitude. It's low key. He ain't gonna tell you what he doing, but he out there getting his money. He works hard. He ain't running around with all these kids. He's young. He's very intelligent. He's going to make someone a great husband. And I told him, get you a dark-skinned woman. I sure did. Be mad, y'all. Y'all can be mad. It ain't no shade. Ain't no hate. I'm trying to create balance here, and I'm not going to stop. This is my mission. This is what God put me on earth to do. Let me do me. Let me do me. Let me do me. All right. Okay. Shout out to my brother. I think I saw you on here. The comments just coming in. Like they coming in mad, y'all. Y'all gotta catch me when I could do it. That's why I'm on here so early, because I might start back working. Operation Exodus, Mississippi. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Yeah, shout out to everybody that's watching. Oh my God, the comments are just coming in. They just coming in. They just coming in. I'm here. I'm here for it all. I am here for it all, y'all. Shout out to Deej Talbert. Good morning. I mean, y'all know. Shout out to Finge View. You said if we look close, there's thankfully many black men marrying dark-skinned black women. Dark-skinned black men marrying dark-skinned black women at that. And that's what I want it to be. That's how I want it to be. And I'm very happy and proud of that. And I like to think that the dark-skinned activist has had a lot to do with that. I like to think that, okay, because I'm continuously pushing for it. Nobody's ever pushed and said, I want black men to marry more dark-skinned women. Ain't nobody said that before me. Y'all tell me a person that said that before. If they saying it now, they've been impacted by the dark-skinned activists. Give me my credit. Stop stealing and ripping me off. Ain't nobody ever came out and said nothing about black men need to marry dark-skinned women specifically before me. That's a fact, y'all. I'm only here to tell the truth. You said it is not normal for men and women not to want to mate with people who look like them. Where they do that at? Exactly. And my answer to that is I've always put the argument forth, and I'm gonna continue to put this argument forth. What y'all think the black men was doing in Africa with the dark-skinned women before invaders came in? Do y'all think they were saying, I'm not gonna marry you because you dark-skinned? Are you crazy? That doesn't make any logical sense. They were marrying. That's why I said I made a video again, like years before. Anybody started talking about colorism or darkism, Rashida Strober is the queen of this shit. That's what it is. Be mad. I'm the queen of it. I made a video that the black man's rightful place is with the dark-skinned woman, because that's the historical facts. That's how it was in history over in Africa. Be mad at history. Go outside and fight the damn air. Fight the air. Fight the air. Fight the air. Go outside and have a fight with the damn air if you're mad about that. Because that's what that's like doing. That's like fighting the air. I never forget when I lived in Los Angeles, I seen this dude outside having a damn fight with the air. And I said, this guy is nuts, because he's out here. You're never going to damn win. And I sat there and I watched this dude fighting the damn air, and he got tired. And he finally sat his ass down because he realized you ain't not going to beat the air. You not going to beat the air. You not going to beat the air. Okay, you not going to beat the air. Okay, just like you're not going to beat the fact that the black man was originally with the dark-skinned black woman in Africa. You're not going to be able to beat that. It's stupid to fight against that. It's dumb. It makes no sense. Okay. Whew. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Exactly, Ramon Bonton. No one's had the guts to say it before you. They all waited until after I said it, after I went viral. Then these helpers started coming out the woodwork, talk about their dark skin. Fake as hell. Y'all, that phonies and fakes, but whatever. I still hope y'all get a good husband if you dark skinned, but you are plagiarists and you are stealing my work. And I do need my money and I do need my credit. That's right. That's right. Yeah, so that's about it, y'all. I've said what was on my heart. I don't mind you asking questions, Passe nor Joe. When a black man tells me that he's single and he ain't married, I want to get you. I'm not saying for myself. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I want to get you paired up and hitched up with a black woman in general and a dark-skinned woman in particular, because that's the whole point of my movement. I want to bring you back. So I've been talking to the black men. I've always been really directing what I've been saying to black men overall, because that's my goal. Black men are my goal. I know y'all, people have said to me, Rashida, you just need to go and get you a date interracially. That's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do. I am attracted to black men. I love black men. That's what I want. I want what the fuck I want. I already got it. I'm going to get it. I got it. That's what it is. I mean, I don't understand why people are upset about that. I don't understand why people need to say, oh, well, they're not treating you right and your alternative. No, that's not. I'm just going to go find me one that's going to treat me the way that I'm compatible with. And I'm going to keep it moving. And I'm going to encourage Black men. I'm going to tell you and encourage you and help you if I can to get with you a dark-skinned woman and that you have compatibility with. That's what I'm here to do. That's my job as the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. Now, here's y'all job. Here's y'all job. Once again, I have a fundraiser that I'm trying to raise. I am raising, not trying. I'm raising funds for the production of my play. And I need you guys to go to my GoFundMe and make a donation. I want to say thank you to everybody that's made a donation, whether it be to my GoFundMe, to my PayPal, to my Cash App. I'm going to put the links inside of the chat box. The links are also in the description to this live. Now you can go to my Cash App. My Cash App, a lot of y'all got Cash App now. Rashidalala, and go drop me a donation. All donations help and they count. You can also go to my PayPal at icecreamladydream@yahoo.com and make a donation. You are making the best investment that you can make. Now, these funds are going to go towards me locking in a venue. I need to lock in the venue. I need to lock in the money for the travel costs, the expenses that come along with producing a play, producing a tour. Let me tell you something. On Facebook, the fundraiser objective amount is $5,000. That's nowhere near what I need. I actually need more than that. But what I do is I make it work. I get a certain amount of money where I can pay for the venues. And average cost of venues, just so you guys know, is anywhere from, I paid anywhere from $300 all the way up until $1,000. You just don't know. I just have to go back and forth and keep negotiating to get a venue. Okay. Again, travel costs, that's not cheap. Tech costs, that's not cheap. Marketing costs, that's not cheap. And then now I've added the element of I'm going to be doing a pay-per-view live stream. I have to pay for the technology and all of the things that come along with that. So it costs money to produce a show. Okay. So what I need you guys to do is go to one of my platforms that I just listed, either whether it be the GoFundMe and make a donation, or you can go to my Cash App, which is Rashida Lala, or you can go to my PayPal at icecreamladydream@yahoo.com and make a donation to one of those platforms. And I'm looking forward to seeing those donations today, this morning, to help me to get this show off the ground in 2020. I want to go into 2020 ready to produce. So help me make that happen. Help me make that happen. Looking for sponsors. I will come to a city near you to perform as well. If you want to buy the show, you can also do that, where you pay me a certain amount of money and I will bring it to you to perform. You can contact me at darkskinisbeautifulcampaign@gmail.com if you want to make that happen, or you can go to my website, darkskinactivist.com, aka colorismactivist.com. And if you scroll all the way down, of course, you'll be able to connect with me. My email is at the bottom of the website right there. Or you can hit me up on Facebook and we can talk about buying the show. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Make sure you like it. Make sure you like this live and share this live and hit the notification button so that you will be aware when I go live again. I want to thank everybody for watching. Go ahead and make those donations, and y'all have a blessed, wonderful day. And if the spirit hits me, I'm going to come back on here again and I'm going to talk again. It is the world's first and only dark-skinned activist, Rashida Strober, the reason why anybody speaks on colorism and darkism. I'm out.